We are live, everyone. Welcome to this special occasion, I guess. We are reacting to the Disney shareholders meeting, which I don't know if we're going to hear anything that interests us. I don't know if we're going to have any big news, but I figured why not? If we get some big news, we'll talk about it after the broadcast. Apparently, it's only an audio broadcast, so forgive me. I did not know that until like 2 minutes ago. If we don't get some big news, we'll just talk about whatever you want right after it's done. So thank you everyone for being here. From Eric Thorpe, Dominician Scott, West Movie CK, Homer Simpson plays mobile games. Thank you everyone for being here. And while this is not starting, I have to keep refreshing to make sure I get the presentation. But while this isn't starting, just drop any questions you have below, whether it's about this or anything you want really. Let's just have a relaxed, good time. And hopefully we'll get some big news out of this. I'm sure they will talk about Black Widow. I'm sure they will talk about a few releases that we don't know what is happening with them. We don't know how Disney is handling these things. Nate Ankenbauer just joined in. Scott Cloona, GKBP. Scott Cloona saying, I didn't even know we weren't supposed to. I found out today that they were going to have this meeting, and I figured, yeah, you know what? I don't have any reviews to do today. I don't have any videos to do today, so why not put out a video, technically speaking, and, just talk to you guys for a bit. Hopefully, let me just refresh this one more time. And I just realized I do not have tags on this video, so I need to put up tags for this video. Okay, here. Oh, I'm live already. So I can't. I hope I can edit this. Can I edit the video? Yes, I can edit the video. Refresh one more time. Thank you everyone already for being here. 15 people watching, holy crap. And I'm gonna keep this comment highlighted just so everyone knows that apparently it's an audio feed only. Let me just put up some tags. Disney is good. Disney shareholders meeting. Shareholders? No, not shareholders. Shareholders meeting. Disney shareholders meeting 2021. Raya, Black Widow. I don't know, throw in some tag suggestions in the comments, guys, if you have any tag suggestions. Hopefully Disney gives this a copyright. How dare you, sir? Leo from Geekly Goods is in the chat. Refresh one more time. I know you meant that, bro. I was just kidding you. Nate Ankenbauer says, let's just see. Okay. Start watching through Fast and Furious movies for the first time. I'm now on number 5, which is, if you ask most people, it is when they got good. Honestly, I started with 5 as well. I had caught glimpses of the other ones, like on TV and stuff like that, but I had never like seen them actually until 5 came out. 5 was the first one I saw, and I actually waited like a good year after it came out to start watching it. Nothing's showing up here, which is surely a good sign. I think they're gonna bump Shang-Chi and Jungle Cruise purely because they both come out around the same time in July. I think Shang-Chi could take the hit and be pushed again. Jungle Cruise not so much. I actually don't think they're gonna push those ones, at least not today. I think today we're gonna get a little bump for Black Widow, like 2-3 weeks maybe. But that's really it. I don't think we're going to get a big change. Even if we do get a change for Black Widow, that is. There are rumors that they might be going for the Disney Premier Access thing, which I don't want them to do. I forgot to save the tags. Disney shareholders meeting 2021, then Marvel, Pixar. And everyone's here. Millie Z Movies is here. Thank you, everyone, again. Charlie McGivern, doesn't the shareholders meeting start at 6 p.m. UK time? Well, fuck. If it does, I must have calculated it wrong. But I'm pretty sure. Hang on. It is at 1 p.m. ET. So let me check something. ET to GMT. Nope, I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. We're an hour early. That's why that shit isn't working. So let me take this out, and let's just talk with each other. Thanks for the heads up, Charlie. Just watched Raya last night. It's very good. Next movie to watch on catch up for award season is Wolfwalkers, which is also really, really good. And they just got nominated for BAFTAs, which I'm very happy. I'm very happy for that. I interviewed the directors actually at LFF. Really, really great movie. I love that movie. And so I'm not hope they got the nomination. I'm very happy that they got the nomination. Will Disney let KK? Who's KK? Let me think. Who's KK? KK go due to the backlash with the Carano situation. Who is KK? Help me out, guys. Who is KK? Catherine. Who's Catherine? Office. Star Wars. Walt Disney. Raya. And the Last Dragon. Cruella, maybe they'll talk about Cruella. Jungle Cruise, I'm gonna put Jungle. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy. No, of course not. Why would they? She's not the destructor of Star Wars. They made over $1 billion at the box office. As a producer, that's her job. Black Widow, I believe, is getting the Disney Plus Premier Access treatment, which we could very well be in fear of that. Right, what time zone are you in? I'm Central Time. I am GMT. That's, I believe, the Greenwich time. I'm generally for most of Europe. Sometimes Europe goes 1 hour, depending on the countries. 11 a.m. MT, if that helps. Yep. Yeah, I fucked up. We'll get an hour to kill, and then we'll watch the presentation, or listen to the presentation rather. So yeah, like Scott Cloona says, you got 1 hour to kill. Emo Slytherin, thank you for being here. Totally Not Dio, thank you for being here. Andrew Beeman, CJ32 Pull 2, thank you for being here, everyone. Instructor Sir Nathan Bauer, when everything opens up, are you going to go and I'm reading this wrong, I apologize. When everything opens up, are you going to try and come to the States for some film festivals? If money comes in, if I'm monetarily, financially stable to be able to afford that, yes, I would love to. I've never been to the States, and I would love to, whether it's for a film festival or not, you know. I am yet to be accepted at a film festival from the States, so, you know, I gotta be accepted first. But again, whether it's for a film festival or not, I would love to go to the States. I got a few trips planned out already with my friends. None of them yet are for the States, just because it takes a lot of money. But hopefully life will be smiling at me as soon as this is over, or even before that, hopefully. John Ortolaza, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. And let me finish putting the tags. Eric Thorpe, I hope Black Widow doesn't skip theater. No MCU movie should. I agree, and I think it will not. If we do get like the Premier Access thing, I think it will be like Raya. It will be in theaters and on Disney Plus in Premier Access. Luis Feliciano, I hope I'm pronouncing that right again. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm awful with names. Pronunciations, not names. When do you think we'll see Shang-Chi teaser trailer? As soon as Black Widow is actually out of the way. Because I feel... Because from Marvel's standpoint, they should never start... marketing a film before the previous one is out. So it doesn't like self-cannibalize. So I hope and I am predicting that we see as soon as Black Widow is out, like the week after, or even debuting with Black Widow, if it goes to theaters, we get the first Shang-Chi trailer, because they're not that far apart. They're like 2 months apart, and 2 months, 3 months maybe. 3 months is generally the best time for you to start pushing and bring people's attention to your film. It hurts my heart to see Carey Mulligan, oh yes, I saw this, not get a BAFTA nom. Don't feel like she's getting near enough praise or talk for her performance in Promising Young Woman. Hope it's not the same with Oscars, because she gave the best performance of the year in my opinion, and should be the front runner for her long-awaited Oscar. I agree. Honestly, the race really is between 3 people, and it's Carey Mulligan, who's the favorite, who is my favorite, or Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman. And I did love Zendaya in Malcolm and Marie. Most people didn't. She's not like the favorite, generally speaking. But for me, it's between those 3. Any of those 3 ladies deserve the Oscar. But I am rooting for Carey Mulligan. I have no idea how she didn't get the BAFTA, to be honest. Jordan Ortolasa says, do you agree that utilizing a big blockbuster Marvel film like Black Widow could entice people to buy into Disney Plus Premier Access more than frigging Mulan and Raya? Yes, because at this point we're also in that state of desperation, we just got WandaVision after spending over a year without any MCU content. Like, we're salivating, we're foaming at the mouth now. Now is the time. If you want to do that, now is the time to do it. And I think, I'm not sure if Black Widow will be a success on that front, on the Disney Premier Access front, but it would probably be the one that makes them the most buck out of that. Mulan was a bad idea to put the Premier Access on, because I like most of the Disney live action movies, but that is not the popular opinion. That is not the predominant opinion. Most people don't like most of them. There are exceptions, and maybe people like a few, but not most. So I think Mulan was really a mistake to do that on. Raya, I predicted that it would do well on Disney Premier Access, but again, it didn't, and I think it didn't because they did that with Mulan first. If Raya was the first one, maybe people would have been more inclined with that. What also didn't help Raya was that just a few months ago, they released a new movie and had no Premier Access about it. Soul, which was, by the way, my favorite movie of the year, 2020. But they did that free, completely free. You had it just on Disney Plus. They completely took the theater release out and they released it free, which I think also didn't help the fact that Raya now comes to Disney Plus and you have to pay $30, which I understand why, but again, having to look at both sides, I understand both sides, but I also understand why Raya didn't make them a lot of money. And the text disappeared again. I'm not gonna worry myself about it now. I prefer to talk to you guys. So I pronounced the name right. Thank you, John. I think the Black Widow will be pushed back to the start of June, and Shang-Chi will be pushed back to September. Yeah, we don't have anything September. That's a good date. I don't know. Let me check. Movies to be released in September 2021. As far as Disney is concerned, Joe, I think they could very well do that. Let's go to our friend Movie Insider. Let's take a look here. Let me share the screen with you guys. Not like this. Like this. There we go. Yes, I agree with your freaking cookies. September 2nd, we got Reminiscence. September 3rd, Resident Evil. That's Netflix. Jackass 4 is coming out this year. Apparently, that's new. New Line horror film with no name. Boss Baby, Family Business. Death on the Nile. Man from Toronto on the 17th. Infinite, Dear Evan Hansen, and The Many Saints of Newark, but that's going on HBO Max, September 24th. So September, it's not exactly the same kind of movie like that attracts the same crowd, but September is pretty packed. If I had to venture a guess, I guess they put it here on September 10th or even on September 3rd, because we got this Reminiscence movie. It's got Hugh Jackman in it, so that's good. I'm immediately interested. Jackass 4 won't attract the same kind of crowd as Shang-Chi. Resident Evil is on Netflix. So yeah, I think September is a good call. I don't think they are going to actually delay Shang-Chi, at least by that much. But if they did, that is a good call. Alright. Nate Ankenbauer, everyone should go and check out Boss Level on Hulu. Really great action movie. Still haven't seen it myself. GKVP, the competition is like Mulligan, McDormand, Davis. Davis, very good. McDormand, No Man's Land, of course. Yeah, honestly, amongst the audience, she's not one of the favorites, but amongst the critics, she certainly is. Luis Feliciano, Marvel should have a new Black Widow trailer with Falcon and Winter Soldier on March 19th. I agree if they are not going to delay it. If they are keeping the May 7th, I believe that's the current date. If they are keeping the May 7th date, I think that's a great spot to release a new trailer, which I'm not going to watch because I've already seen too much. But yeah, I'm with you. If they keep the release date, that's a great way to release a trailer, like as if it was a post-credit scene or something. It would be really great. Trailer Gamer, did you watch Tom and Jerry movie? I did. I have a review on my channel. It's so fun. It's quickly hilarious. My friend, I am truly, truly happy that you enjoyed it. I'm jealous, in fact, because unfortunately I just couldn't. Scott Cloona has spoilers for WandaVision. I'm going to read the comment, and if you haven't seen the finale of WandaVision, just let me take this out. If you haven't seen the finale of WandaVision, just mute right now, and I'll give you the thumbs up when you can put the sound back on. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Look away, please. And I'll give you the thumbs up when we're done with the spoilers. Can we talk WandaVision finale spoilers, if that's okay? Man, since it's been 4 days since the finale, I just have an observation that made me think of something, but I don't want to spoil anything for... Oh, okay, so Scott didn't quite put the spoiler in here. Thank you, Scott. I think it's okay. I think it's okay, Scott. Feel free. Scott, A Quiet Place 2 is gonna come in September, so no, A Quiet Place Part 2 has just been pushed forward to May. It's gonna release on Memorial Day, American Memorial Day, if I'm not mistaken. So if Shang-Chi got pushed to then, it'd have a month basically to itself. It's true. It's one less release on that month. Trailer Gamer says, I think that Loki moving to June 11th might mean we are getting Black Widow in theaters or Disney Plus. Depends. Black Widow, if it gets delayed, I wouldn't delay it to June. I don't think that's necessary, especially with the rollout and the number decreasing that we are seeing at the moment. I don't think that's necessary. And Loki honestly does not connect to Black Widow. If anything connects to Black Widow, is going to be... we just talked about it. Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I don't know if Loki would move around because of Black Widow or vice versa, but I could be wrong. Marcus Sanio says when it starts in in 50 minutes, because I fucked up and I scheduled this for 1 hour earlier than I should have. I calculated wrong the time between ET and PT and whatever else, because I'm GMT, so I'm a dumb fuck when it comes to calculating time zones. So, wait a minute. Okay, so we just have like the screensaver on it. That actually, if that was HD right now, I could put that up as my thumbnail picture. But too late for that now. Anyway, let's just continue talking. Eddie, yes, hello there, sir. Thank you very much for being here. Love their Thor statue. I needed this Thor statue from Infinity War. Hang on. This Thor statue from Infinity War is pretty cool. I also have a Captain America and a Doctor Strange from Infinity War and the Infinity War art book. From Avengers Endgame, I only have this cap because it was honestly the only figure that was worth the price, and it was different enough from the statue of the previous film. And I'm now only missing the Avengers Endgame art book. So if any of you want to donate to the channel, feel free, though. Scott Cloona says, But yes, Eddie, thank you very much. It's a pretty awesome statue. I think you can still find it on Amazon and stuff like that. It's not the most expensive statues you will find. I got it for like 40 something pounds, 50 something pounds, which should equal to like 50 something dollars, maybe 60, but I guess the conversions would just keep it the same price, but in dollars. Scott Cloona said A Quiet Place was gonna come like it previous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no worries. WandaVision's finale spoilers. So, do you think that perhaps the finale confirms that the MCU won't actually connect to any non-MCU franchises since Evan Peters wasn't from Fox, maybe Toby and Andrew? No, I never thought... So, I thought Evan Peters was Fox Quicksilver, like, visually, but I never thought the franchises would connect. Because even if he had turned out to be actual Quicksilver from the X-Men, like the person, I think that would have been a wink to the audience, and the show would have closed out with him going away, never to be seen again, and to stay in his multiverse. Because Kevin Feige does not like to play with other people's toys. Geekly but addressing the Toby and Andrew thing. Apparently, now the rumors are starting to go the other way. Now the rumors are starting to spread that they are actually not in the movie and that we were all wrong all along. Which, if you have followed the Geeks of the Roundtable for a while, you know I wouldn't say happy, but I'm more rest assured because of that. I don't even know if that's a term, but you know. GKOVP, Black Widow I think connects to Hawkeye, especially since Florence Pugh is going to be... That's also true, but Hawkeye is not going to come out near Black Widow. Hawkeye is scheduled for the end of the year. It's going to come out then. So that connection we don't have to worry about, but you are very right. It does connect to Hawkeye as well, so thank you for bringing that up. Scott Cloona, the end credit scene when it pans towards Wanda, I honestly thought before we seen her it was going to be Shang-Chi related because of the music. How wrong I was. I'm a score guy, and I honestly did not pay that much attention to the music, because all I could think visually was that this is very reminiscent of an Incredible Hulk scene, which kind of reinforces the statement in that scene that the Scarlet Witch is a monster and a completely different personality from Wanda. They are not one and the same. Oh, and Eric Thorpe, your question continued. I'm sorry. So let's go back here. So do you think that perhaps the finale confirms that the MCU won't actually connect to any non-MCU franchises? Yes, and I thought that before, since Evan Peters wasn't from Fox. Maybe Toby and Andrew won't be from their original franchises, but play new versions of their characters. Maybe. You could be right. One thing I am sure at this point with... Let me put this back up. With what we've heard is that if they are their original Peter Parkers that they were in the other movies, I think they're going to be in the movie for like 5 minutes. That's it. I think they're going to be in the movie for 5 minutes, if they are in the movie at all, and they're not going to be big parts of the film. Just important parts, but not big parts. Trailer Gamer, I was reading an article that explains... Ooh, what's this? Okay, doesn't matter. I was reading an article that explains how Jane Foster wielded the Mjolnir and how she will become the female Thor in Thor: Love and Thunder. Not spoiling. Okay, thank you for not spoiling. I want to find that out in the movie. I want to find that out in the movie and be surprised, or maybe not surprised, you know. But thank you for not spoiling it, my friend. Real James is here, my brother. Ren, I'm at work, but I wanted to pop in and say what's up. Keep up the hard work, brother. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for being here. Scott Cloona. Fans, oh my god, Evan Peters is going to be Fox Quicksilver. He's Mephisto. He's Nightmare. Marvel. He's a boner. Yeah, it's true. It's true. This is a Haley Steinfeld and in Hawkeye appreciation comment. It's true. She's going to be amazing as Kate Bishop. Bishop, not Bishop. Geekly Goods. Ren, them shoulders looking good, bro. It was actually shoulder day today. Thank you for noticing, my brother. Thank you so much. It was actually shoulder day, wasn't it? Or was that yesterday? No, it was today, because I had hammer and press curls and it was rough. Woo! But thank you for noticing. Trailer Game, I freaking love Haley Steinfeld, and she's perfect to make to make a perfect Kate Bishop in Hawkeye. I fully agree. She was my dream casting and the dream casting of so many other people, and it came true, which is amazing. Luis Feliciano, why did Marvel switch Eternals with Shang-Chi to come out first? Because Marvel is so happy with Eternals, and if you see Nomadland, we all should be really happy with Eternals right now, even though we haven't seen it. But they're really excited. The articles came out, like, people at Marvel, and Kevin Feige included, are so dumbfounded with how good Eternals is turning out. They actually want to put it in award season. Also, due to post-production, Eternals maybe took a bit longer than Shang-Chi, which also could have changed the dates and made them move around, but they're actually putting Eternals in award season in November, which is a great, great sign. Not that I actually believe that it's going to be nominated, because it hasn't happened yet, so color me a skeptic, and I hope I am wrong if it is that good, but I like that we get Eternals. I mean, I don't want to wait for Eternals, I want to have seen Eternals by this point, but I hope they are right, and it coming out in November, award season, it bodes some good chances for them to get the movie, or maybe the actors, the direction, the script, whatever, nominated. Scott Cloona, have you seen the new Scarlet Witch Funko Pop from the finale of her with the Darkhold, my poor wallet, because that and Agatha will be mine. I have not pre-ordered it yet. It's on my basket on Zavi, along with a few other things. But I have pre-ordered already the Agatha Pop, the WandaVision, the White Vision Pop, and I'm just waiting for the other Scarlet Witch Pop with her standing to pre-order them. And I'm also waiting to get some money, hopefully. Joe Fletcher, do you think we'll see another trailer for The Bad Batch and Loki? How many trailers have we had for Loki? Yes, 100%. 100% we will see another trailer. For The Bad Batch, we've had like a small teaser from the last Disney Investors Day. Sorry, there's a fly. And we had like a main trailer. So I think we should probably get one more trailer. Maybe not another big one, but yes, I think we're most likely getting another trailer for Bad Batch. For Loki, absolutely we are. No doubt about it. After Falcon and Winter Soldier is over, maybe even before that, like as we're nearing the end, and like, so it's gonna be 6 episodes. No, that would be probably too soon, but like 3 weeks before Loki comes out, we'll get another trailer. Geekly Goods, WandaVision finale spoilers, so look away. At the end when Wanda walks over, I'm guessing, to Monica, and the citizens of Westview are looking at her like they're scared. Do you think that would set up the X-Men in the... No, I've seen that theory a lot. Apologies, my water fell, my water bottle. I've seen that theory a lot, but that would take a lot away from the struggle and from what the mutants represent. The mutants have always been an allegory for minorities in the comics. And mutants are people who are born with powers. I've seen all the theories that people get their powers in the Hex and whatnot, or get their powers when Hulk snapped everyone back to life. But that doesn't really work, because they gotta be born with powers to be discriminated. Because if they're discriminated because they got their powers somehow, some way in life, then what's the difference between them and the Hulk? For instance, like, I know people saw Hulk as a monster, but by this point he's even Professor Hulk, so people don't fear him anymore. So I don't think that works. And Captain America got his powers midway through life, you know? So I don't think that works. I'm sure Kevin Feige will find a way. In Feige we trust, you know? I personally would create... So we're gonna have the multiverse. I personally would leave one of those universes open so we can come in and out of this main MCU universe and keep the X-Men there, their own thing, because the X-Men alone are like 500 million characters, you know, so that Earth could solely be just X-Men. They're the only superheroes there, but they're the ones that are discriminated against, because I think that creates a lot of great conflict and can set up a lot of great stories. Nude is here. Oh, I didn't know this was happening. Me neither, until a few hours ago, and I decided, you know what, let's chat with my friends online. Was something revealed? Not yet, my friend, because I fucked up. and I scheduled this for 1 hour way too early. So we got 40 minutes, or 39 to be specific, left to go until it starts, but we're ready to find out if there's any news on this. Just picked up Jack Kirby's original run of Eternals, found the full collection. That is freaking awesome. I recommended that to a few friends. I recommended that to Mama's Geeky, who you guys know, Zach Pope, who you guys know, Dwayne Miller from Cinemania World, who you guys know, and I just had an origin story episode with him come out this past Sunday. So you got the collection. Yeah, sorry, I lost my thought for a sec. That's awesome, man. That's an amazing, amazing run. If you plan on getting any other ones, get the Neil Gaiman run, which is my personal favorite run of Eternals, drawn by John Romita Jr. Amazing, amazing run, and you just treated yourself to an amazing read. And honestly, Jack Kirby, the inventor of them, is the best way to start. You shouldn't start anywhere else with Eternals. Where are we? Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing, dude. Congrats, and enjoy the read. Enjoy the read, because it's going to be amazing. Marcus Senio, what do you think about Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy? Is she in this Disney Live? I have no idea. Like, I'm going into this blind. I just found out right before we started that apparently it's going to be only an audio feed, which I guess, cool for you. For Disney, I mean. For you, Disney. So I don't know if she's here. I don't even know if we're gonna hear about Star Wars at all, but I like Kathleen Kennedy. Steven Spielberg says she's the greatest producer of all time, so I believe her. Were mistakes made with Star Wars? Yes. Yes. There's no denying that, unfortunately. But I think with every mistake, you learn a lesson, and hopefully she's learned her lesson and is taking Star Wars to the next positive level. Onwards and upwards, as Stanley used to say. Eric Thorpe, how about the new Scarlet Witch hot toy? It's awesome, but I hate that I saw it because I'll never be able to afford it. I have a friend who is just waiting for the pre-order to be like on and be given the green light so he can pre-order it and he can afford it, so that's awesome. I usually keep with Marvel Select figures. That's like the line I collect. I just got Taskmaster from the comics on my birthday this past weekend, and I'm eyeing the Black Widow movie version of Taskmaster, but hopefully one day I can afford hot ties. I actually do have one back in my home in Portugal, that's Force Awakens Kylo Ren hot toy, so hopefully maybe I can afford many more in the future. Again, if life smiles at me and I am able to afford to go to the States, whether for film festivals or not, like we addressed at the beginning of this talk, and yeah. But that Scarlet Witch hot toy looks amazing, and I hope they do a Marvel Select figure of her, because there isn't a Marvel Select figure of Scarlet Witch, neither from the comics or this one. So maybe they're just waiting for the Doctor Strange movie to bring out that figure of hers. Angel Nava says, do you think the Black Widow movie coming out on May 7th, but Disney will to be in theaters and Disney Plus Premier Access, or Disney will delay again? We talked about this. I think they're going to bump it. So it's going to be a delay, but not a big delay. I see like a 3 weeks, at the most like a month, moving up. Because things are looking good for May. They're looking good for May, but not early May. So they just need to bump it a little bit. I'm hearing rumors that they might do the Disney Premier Access and theater thing, which, take it with a grain of salt, it's just a rumor. Plus, they didn't have much success with Raya. We talked about how Mulan affected what Raya made. Soul being released for free on Disney Plus affected what Raya made on Disney Premier Access. So hopefully they just need to bump it a little bit, and hopefully we can all enjoy it in theater and not at home, and we can go back to normalcy. I cannot wait to go back to normal, guys. What do you think happened to Goose the cat after the events of Captain Marvel? That's a good question. It's a really good question. Maybe he stayed with Monica. No, he stayed with Fury, that's for sure. We know he stayed for Fury, but I don't know. I'm forgetting the name of the creature. But do they die? Do they have a short lifespan? Does it die because it is in a body of a cat? Or does it have a million years to live? I don't know, because we didn't see it in the entire MCU until Captain Marvel. So maybe Flurkin. I believe I'm remembering it right. But yeah, I have no idea. I never thought about it. So that's a great question to bring up. Maybe they put the answer to that in one of the novelizations of the movies, the companion comics, something like that. That's a good question to ask Kevin Feige. I unfortunately don't have that power. I wish I did. But that's a good question. What do you guys think? Shout out in the comments, in the live chat. What do you think happened to Goose the Cat? Do you think he's still alive? Do you think he died? Let us know. But great question, Luis. Geekly Goods, on a scale of from 1 to 10, how excited are you for the Bad Batch? It's Star Wars, so I'll always be excited. I still don't know if I need this show, though I'll probably be covering it weekly every time it comes out. I'm gonna go a 6. Because it goes over the line of halfway of 5, because it is Star Wars. I'm excited, but I'm still like, I don't know if I need this show, but I like what they had to do in their episodes of Clone Wars, so maybe something good will come out of it. Scott Cloona says, can we acknowledge how funny it must have been if you tried to turn on the Tom and Jerry on HBO Max and see Snyder Cut pop up? Someone definitely got fired for sure. But hey, it got us all talking. So intentional? No, I don't think it was intentional, unfortunately. And I don't think it's that good, to be honest. Because of the things that have been happening recently with how Warner Brothers is treating Zack Snyder with changing the plans. And it feels like Zack is promoting the film all on his own. So it just feels like Warner Brothers doesn't care anymore, which is a shame, because you gave the guy this shot. You spent money. You gave him money to do this, and now you're just letting it be. You know, feels disappointing, and it feels like a sliver of disrespect towards him. Mattiocco, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You think we'll get anything on Black Widow? Yes. I'm 99% sure we'll get something on Black Widow today. We got to, right? We have to. We're almost there, and there have been no news, no new marketing being put out, which is a good thing if it's a good thing if they plan on delaying it. But they gotta talk about Black Widow, man. We're on the finish line. If they are to release it on May 7th, we are at the finish line. They gotta start pumping out the marketing again. So I'm again, one can't be sure, but I'm 99% sure that we're getting something on Black Widow. Now watch, they don't say anything here, but then news comes out on Twitter and we don't get a chance to talk about it. GCOVP, since Haley Steinfeld was a lot of people's dream casting for Kate Bishop and she got casted, do you think Marvel probably listens to fans about casting Krasinski and Emily? I will say this. I don't think Marvel, quote-unquote, listens to fans, but I do think that Feige, being a comic book geek like us, being a fan of this stuff like us, he takes a look at it. He glances it. He sees what people are saying. And then he takes his distance and he thinks about it in a way that only a grandiose producer like him can, and he sees pros and cons that we don't even think of or dream of. So yeah, I do think he sees it. I do think he takes it into consideration, but I don't think he demands, okay, put this person in the casting list for auditions because we say so. And again, Haley Steinfeld is just the perfect one because she's the right age, she's athletic, she's big right now, she's a booming name in film, in TV, in music. So again, there are a lot of things that we don't even think about when we say, oh, I want this person to be cast in this role, which is always fun to speculate and talk about, and I might have a video series coming about that. But yeah, I think he sees what we're saying. Ren, would you love Margot Robbie as Sue Storm? Hypothetically, if she could that without it affecting her DC movie schedule. Well, I'm going to answer the latter part of your question. It wouldn't affect her DC movie schedule because she's got Suicide Squad right now. And that's it. Nothing else is on the schedule. Look, I would love Margot Robbie as freaking Captain Britain. I would love Margot Robbie as the next Captain America. I would love Margot Robbie as anyone. I would love Margot Robbie as Mr. Fantastic himself. I love her. She could be all of the Fantastic Four. I'm going to love her in anything. She's not my number one casting, but if she got to role, you would never hear me complain. I promise you that. What are we waiting for, and what's the screen for saying Disney? We're waiting for this. Sorry, my cell phone fell. We're waiting for the Disney shareholders meetings because there's bound to be some movie news. They're gonna talk about boring stuff like they did last year in the Investors Day, but they are bound to talk about some news, what they're doing, what they're replanning in terms of rescheduling, in terms of releasing, and whatnot. I honestly don't know what to expect. I found this out today, and I thought, hey, you know what? Let's watch this. At the time, I thought let's watch this, but apparently it's only going to be an audio feed. And if there isn't anything interesting, I get a chance to talk to you guys. And you guys are being amazing here on the chat. Lots of you are here. I'm honestly baffled in a good way. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Let me just pick up my cell phone, which fell on the floor, and let's continue. GCOBP, no, I meant like Westview incident would make people look at superpower. Oh, I see. Superpower humans, particularly mutants, in a bad way, since Wanda is technically a mutant. If that's the best way to explain it. Okay, so I misunderstood what you said previously. Thank you for clarifying it. It could be. It could be. From the perspective of the people of Westview, I don't know what the difference would be to them between a person who was born in powers and someone who got their powers later in life through scientific accident or whatever. I just don't know how the discrimination would work. Like, oh, you were born with powers? I hate you. Oh, you got your powers when you were 25? Yeah, okay, that's cool. You're not all that bad. That's the only asterisk on that. I'm not completely disregarding your theory. There's something there, but there are a few holes that it creates if there were to be the case. Eric Thorpe, I've never gotten a hot toy, but I want that one. I mean, I told this story on a chat this past weekend because we were talking about hot toys. And so I have one hot toy. I was in a good place and I saw it and it was Christmas. I want this. I really want this. I don't have one. And if I'm getting one, Kylo Ren is an awesome way to start for me because I love Kylo Ren. So there's a store here in London called Forbidden Planet. You guys probably know the site. Maybe if you're from the UK or you've been to the UK, you've been there. And right as you walk in, there's this big glass case filled with all of the hot toys you can imagine. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap. That's not a cheap thing. But there was one. You'll see what I mean in a sec. There was, I believe, it was like 379 pounds. Let me see how much that is in dollars. GBP to USD. Let's see, 379. So that's $526, okay? American dollars, that is. And what was this pop for $526? It was Darth Vader with Emperor Palpatine, and Palpatine was sitting on his throne. All of that, those three plus the throne, for $526, which again, not a cheap price, but for two hot toys plus a throne, I got tempted, man. I got tempted, and again, just never got into a good place financially to be able to afford it, so I never got to buy it. And honestly, I don't know if somebody else bought it. It just disappeared from the glass case, so I just assumed that somebody else bought it. So it wasn't until just the other day, 2 days ago, when I was talking about it in a chat that I realized maybe nobody bought it, but they just took it off because nobody was buying it. But again, that's one I really wish I could have. Really wish I could have bought it. I know we might not pathetically, man, but yeah, I would love Margot Robbie in anything. Scott Cloona. What video game has the right potential to be a brilliant show or film that isn't in development as of right now? The obvious one is God of War, but I'd be up for a HBO Red Dead Redemption adaptation. Yeah, God of War is what I was gonna say. They're doing Last of Us right now. I've never played Red Dead, so for me, it's probably my favorite video game of franchise of all time, which is God of War. Another good one, but it would probably work better as an animated thing, but it should be rated R, even if it is animated. It would be Darksiders. Darksiders has amazing lore. I love that first game, and I like the other ones too, just don't love them. Though the second one is pretty underrated. There's 4 right now. I have played the one with War, which is the first. Death is the second. Strife is the horsewoman. It is the third. And I know there's a 4th one. I can't remember the name of the horseman, but yeah, I love that franchise, so that would work as well. Anything else that I play is either already a film or a TV show that was made into a game, or they have made that game into a TV show or movie and it just didn't work, because I'm very much a Tekken, a Mortal Kombat. I mean, they're doing it and it looks great. That trailer was amazing. Tekken, they have failed miserably at twice. I'm remembering that second Tekken movie, Jesus. Street Fighter, they failed miserably twice, even though the 90s one is amazing, guilty pleasure fun. But yeah, God of War is my number one. It's my number one, absolutely. You know what? Netflix, you should do a God of War show, and Zack Snyder directs it. That's my pitch. Goose is probably hiding after the backlash towards the Nick Fury losing his thing. It's true. That's a good call, J. Colby. Geekly Goods. I was just going to ask, do you think DBB cares about the Snyder Cut? It's tough, man, because they got to care, because they spent money on that. They spent money, so they got to see it as an investment. But their attitude right now doesn't show it. If they do care, their attitude right now doesn't show it. Luis Feliciano, what do you think will be the fate of Black Widow's family at the end of the movie? Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, is the character I'm most excited. He looks amazing in that role. I honestly hadn't thought about it, because I want to be surprised, but we know Yelena is going to survive. She's going to be the new Black Widow, quote unquote. I'm sure she's not going to take on that name, but she's going to be like the next spy of the team. Rachel Weisz is going to die. I'm so sure she's gonna die. Red Guardian, maybe he just retires. He seems like the character that would choose to go away from all of this stuff after this adventure. That's what I'm feeling right now. What else? GKOBP, they need to talk about Black Widow because the hype has died. Yeah, they do. If they are keeping the release date. If not, they just need to announce it, and then maybe a little over a month before it comes out back again, boom, start releasing the new marketing stuff. Okay, Marcus Sanio, Avengers Endgame, I think it's too long. 3 hours movie, 3-hour movie is too long, is to me too long. So that's just something you feel in general, and that's more than fair, man. I disagree, but I respect your opinion. If you feel that way towards generally a 3-hour movie, for some people it just doesn't work. It just is too long. But it's more than fair for you to feel that way. Bruno Full Sugar, when you talk about Haley You can stop. You can just stop at Haley is perfect. All right, all right. J Buck Studios is here. Give me Squirrel Girl now. Jacob is the biggest fan of Squirrel Girl I have ever seen. Yes, I do include people who have worked on Squirrel Girl comics. When I say Jacob is the biggest fan, I'm sure she would work in the Young Avengers, and honestly, I'm sure I'd be in the minority if they announced Squirrel Girl. I wouldn't be excited, but I'm sure I would be in the minority, especially if Jacob is leading the charge, man. Ooh, he would kick everyone's ass to be the first person to buy a ticket for that movie. Scott Cloona, I feel probably we'll get a trailer for Disney's next animated film, Encanto, or maybe a first look, because it's their next animated film after Raya and the Last Dragon. The sounds of it, it sounds cool. Let's see. Okay, we're there. Let's see when Encanto is coming out as of right now. Encanto. Stephanie Beatrice is gonna be. I mean, it's IMDb, but November 24th. Too soon, I feel, because they already released that first look where we see just the landscape and going to the house on the Investors Day. I don't think we will, or maybe we'll get like a sizzle reel presentation, like the cast and maybe the directors talking about would inspire them to the story. Something like that I could see. Another like teaser trailer I don't see, but again, who knows? I could be totally wrong. Ricardo Salavisa says, Lightyear movie, expectations super high. What's coming out? It's probably, right now, off the top of my head, it's probably my number 2 most anticipated movie of next year, next to The Batman, because The Batman, of course, is number 1. But cannot wait for that movie, man. Cannot wait. It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. It's going to have Chris Evans himself, Captain America, right here. You guys can see it because the camera doesn't show him. But boom, boom, Cap wielding Mjolnir. There we go. Super excited for that film. Cannot wait. Trail Gamer, since we're getting Kang the freaking Conqueror and Gore the God Butcher and Abomination in the MCU, when's MODOK? Good question. Honestly, I don't think very soon, unfortunately, because he is getting his animated show on Hulu. A trailer just came out for that like last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't think he's coming very soon. Last year on Geeks of the Roundtable, when Chris 3C Films was on the show, we did a pitch for a Phase 4 film that we didn't know anything about at the time. Zach Pope did the pitch for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I believe. Chris did for Black Panther 2. And I did for Ant-Man 3. And I held this whole thing where Sam Rockwell's Justin Hammer came back and he became MODOK in the MCU, and they went into the quantum realm, all this crazy stuff, and by the end, Ant-Man and the Wasp are trapped in the quantum realm. They get thrown out by a ship that's trapped in there that saves them, and as we pan to the people that are coming out of the ship, they're the Fantastic Four. They were trapped in the quantum realm since the 60s, and they just woke up in the present day, in the 21st century. And so in the post-credit scene of that film, this is what I pitched. Kang the Conqueror sees the time anomaly, which in the comics was Captain America waking up in the 21st century, but, or in the case of the original comic, the 20th century, but what I pitched was that Kang the Conqueror's time anomaly that destroys his time is actually the Fantastic Four waking up and coming back to life, quote unquote, in the 21st century. So that was my pitch, and I would love to see that. So Kevin Feige, where's my check? Scott Cloona says, Forbidden Planets have stores in Dublin. Yes, they do as well, dude. And they have it in, where did I go to Forbidden Planet? It was a really small one, but I went to Forbidden Planet in Cardiff 2 years ago, yeah. 2 years ago. I've been to that one many times on my trips to London. I think it's Cambridge Circus that it's located. I don't remember, so you're probably right. I don't remember the name of the street. Whenever we go to Forbidden Planet, we just say the one next to Leicester Square, which is not exactly next to Leicester Square, but it's very near there, like a 10-minute walk, maybe even less. Let me just grab a drink of water. Trailer Gamer, when is the Disney Shareholder starting? I'm waiting patiently. We got 14 minutes to go. It starts at 1 p.m. ET. I'm the one who fucked up by starting the live early. Scott Cloona, the Mortal Kombat trailer didn't appeal to me. How dare you? Because I'm not a fan of the property. I tried playing some of the games, just couldn't get into them. I'm happy people are so excited, man. So excited. It looks so fucking awesome. Just action, balls to the wall, bloody gore extravaganza. I love that trailer. I didn't even start playing Mortal Kombat until the remake came out in like 2010 for the PS3. But yeah, I love that trailer. Jacob, what are your thoughts on fan casting in general, especially coming from people who don't know that much, the characters, and only going by looks in previous movie that might not be the most accurate? I don't mind it. I don't mind it because looks, maybe I will disagree or agree with those people, but looks are your first impression. So as soon as you look at a character, you think about this actor or that actor, etc. I personally think beyond looks, but looks are something I always look at just because that's the natural thing to do. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not the way I think. Looks are something I look at, but not something I prioritize. I will say that. Ricardo Salavisa, what do you think about the scene in the Loki series trailer when it seems Black Widow? I saw a lot of people talking. That did not seem like Black Widow at all to me. Like just because she was dressed in black and was blonde, or she was a redhead. I don't remember, but it didn't look like Black Widow to me. Maybe it is. Look at me looking stupid whenever Loki comes out and it being Black Widow. But I didn't get that impression at all. I just thought it was someone, maybe even the villain, the antagonist of that show, but did not look like Black Widow. Will Wanda be the villain in Avengers 5? I think I assume you're saying I think either that or she becomes the new leader of the team, or because she's so damn powerful. She's powerful, but she's right now so unstable and she's got so much damage psychologically speaking. I don't think she should be the leader. Too early. I think it's, for me at least, I feel it's too early for me to call that audible that she'll be the villain or not. In Avengers 5. She'll for sure be the villain in Doctor Strange 2. But yeah. Too early for me. So I'm tapping out on that one. But feel free to let me know what you think, Eric. And anyone watching. Yelena is rumored to be in the Hawkeye series. She is confirmed. So I don't think she'll die or also be Taskmaster, like some people are speculating she is. Personally, I think Rachel Weisz is Taskmaster. I hope not, because that's so obvious. So obvious. Would not like that at all. Dominician Scott, hey Rand, someone said that this Darkseid makes Thanos look like Barney the dinosaur. What do you disagree? We haven't even seen the movie. Now watch, and Darkseid does make Thanos look like Barney the dinosaur. But it will take a lot, because Thanos won. You know, I'm sure Darkseid is not going to win. Or if he wins, it's going to be the cliffhanger ending, and we are not seeing whatever he does with that. Also, Thanos defeated 25 Avengers. Darkseid is going to defeat 6 Justice League members. So, you know, I don't care if people are saying that right now, at least. If they say that after the movie, fair enough. It's their opinion. Right now, we haven't seen the movie, so... Lisa Alexander, I hope that's an L. If I'm seeing that wrong, please correct me, Lisa, or Isa. Are you going to stream the event? Yes, it's right here, ready to be streamed. Hang on, my hand didn't show up. It's right here, ready to be streamed. It's going to be an audio thing, apparently, only because I'm not a Disney shareholder. I wish I was. I would be making a hell lot of money right now. But yeah, Luis Feliciano, do you think Red Guardian being in the movie will set up the Winter Guard? Let's see how they could connect that in the MCU. Marvel Comics Winter Guard. Let's see how they could connect that in the MCU. Do we have current members here? Okay, so Red Guardian, Crimson Dynamo. We haven't seen Crimson Dynamo, nor Dark Star, nor Ursa Major. I don't think so, or at least if we do... You know what? If we do, it's going to be very different than what we're seeing here. But let's say we do, for the sake of conversation. They could show up in Armor Wars. That'd be a good place to put them. I don't see why not. I'm not counting it out, man. I would give it, like, right now, at least, before I see the movie, I would give it a 10% chance, but not impossible, thinking about it. Not impossible. Geekly, remember when superhero movies had soundtracks with famous artists or bands? Spider-Man trilogy, Daredevil, even the Avengers. The only recent one to have one was Black Panther. Who was the artist on the Avengers? Huh. Because I remember very well Spider-Man 2 had two big songs. Two big songs about it. One was called We're Not Responsible or something like that, and the other one was called Vindicated. I don't even remember the bands themselves, you know. But yeah. What else we got? Eric Thorpe. I think she definitely could be the villain in Avengers 5 because I think they might have her as a protagonist still in Doctor Strange 2. See, I don't see that at all. I don't see her as a villain. I don't see her as fully bad because now we know there's two different personalities in there, Wanda and Scarlet Witch. So I think she's gonna go bad. Antagonist, not villain. Jedi Christian Adventure, are you mad about the firing of Gina Carano? Oh, no. She poked the bear, she got the stick. I guess that's the saying. I'm stupid, don't mind me, but no, I'm not mad at all. Disney told her to stop, she continued. They told her to stop, she continued. They told her to stop, she continued. And so she got fired. If you're working for a company and they ask you to not do something that damages their image, you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop, because if they don't want to be affiliated with you, they have a right to, you know. GKBP, one thing I hope after No Way Home that Tom Holland doesn't go in and stay in the Sony Spider-Verse. He just wouldn't fit in there, especially after watching Venom. It feels we're in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. You're like Zach. I do feel like that Venom belongs in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I just hate the very thought of seeing Tom Holland in that movie, in that universe. I do not want to see that at all. I hated Venom. I'm not excited for Morbius. I love the Spider-Man too much to imagine them like together. Okay, we skipped one. Sorry, we'll go right back to yours, Eric. I feel like after fans' expectation, we're all guilty of this after WandaVision, that with the Spidey No Way Home ways of thinking, Maguire and Garfield are coming back should be reserved before anything. I'm not too sure what you're trying to say there, Scott, but I don't want to see them in the movie. I want this to be a Holland-centric movie. And I did fan expectations. I started doing theory videos because of WandaVision. Those theories didn't pan out, and you know what? Still love the show, and I'm okay with that. Eric Thorpe, the prophecy about Wanda destroying... By the way, Scott, I'm not understanding because I'm dumb. It's not your fault. The prophecy about WandaVision destroying the world seems like an Avengers-level threat. You're not wrong. Like the kind of thing that could stop Thanos. That's why I think they might save her as a villain for Avengers. Again, you're not wrong. I don't have any arguments to counter that as of this moment. But again, just don't feel comfortable myself calling that audible right now. But like I just said to another question, not impossible, my friend. The Avengers have like Soundgarden, Rise Against, Shinedown, one of my favorite bands, Shinedown, etc. I did not remember them, man. I did not remember. I gotta check out that music video, because if it's like the Nickelback with Saliva, or the Vindicated, or the Responsible one, whatever. Okay, I'm seeing you're typing down the band. Let's get to that one right now. Spider-Man 2 had like Yellow Card. I love Yellow Card. Dashboard Confessional. They did Vindicate. Okay. Maroon 5. Taking Back Sunday. Don't recognize the Ataris. Don't recognize Switchfoot. Don't recognize it. I know the ones that when I say the music videos, that's the songs I connect to. Like to the first Spider-Man, I connect to the hero from Nickelback with Saliva because I saw the music video. Vindicated at a Spider-Man 2 centric music video. The other one, the Responsible music, had a Spider-Man music video. So did any of those, like the ones you mentioned previously, did Soundgarden or Rise Against or Shinedown have like Avengers like clips from the movie in the music video? Let me know. Mephisto. Not Mephisto, Ricardo Televisa. Mephisto in Spider-Man 3, if I remember correctly, in the comics, Parker makes a contract with Mephisto for people to forget his true identity because he was supposed to thinking about Far From Home ending. Yes, I've theorized that, I've suggested that. Not too sure anymore. Still could be true. Just the chances have decreased, but still could be very true. Yes, he does a contract. He does a contract for people to forget his identity, and in exchange, he has to give up on his marriage with MJ and his daughter. So he loses his daughter. He's not married to MJ anymore, but people forget about his identity. Or I'm confused. But the story is called One More Day, and it's very divisive. Obviously, the deal would not be that in the movie because he's not married to MJ. He doesn't have a daughter right now, at least. But yeah, it is possible. Okay, yeah. Luis Feliciano, Oliver Richter is in the movie as an undisclosed role. My prediction is he's playing Ursa Major and helps Red Guardian break out of prison. I do not recognize the name of that actor, so... Ooh, wait. And we're back. Let me take the sound off. By the way, guys, when I turn the sound on, let me know if the levels are right, if you can listen to it and hear me at the same time. I'm going to need your help for that. But let's check the name of the actor you were talking about, Oliver. Not Oliver, forgive me, Luis. Oliver Richter. Yeah, that's how you say it. Oliver Richter. Wow, that's a buff dude. Wow. I did not know. Okay, so is he not, like, first and foremost an actor? Okay, here it is, that he's in Black Widow. I think I recognize his face. Have I seen him in anything before? Not started yet. We got 1 minute to go, guys. Supposedly, at least. Okay, Oliver Richter's. Yeah, that's him. He was in Gangs... Oh, yeah, he was in Gangs of London. That's what I saw him. A friend of mine working in Gangs of London. Okay, so that's where I saw him. Muscular gulag inmate. It's what he's credited at. But still could be Ursa Major. That's very true. I've only seen him in literally one thing. He doesn't say anything. He literally just stands there looking intimidated, which, let's face it, it's not a stretch for him. But still could be. Could be Ursa Major. Scott Cloona, sorry dude, I meant that we should reserve our theories and expectations after we and a lot of people did that with WandaVision, and I'm saying we shouldn't do that with No, it's playing fandom, and I think it's awesome and it's fun and it's engaging. It gets us all talking with each other to play those theories. Just don't get more invested in them than you do the actual show that is happening in front of your face. And that's fair. That's a mistake I've made. I'm sure you've made. A lot of people have made. And it's natural to make that mistake. It's natural to fall too in love with our own theories. Because it's ideas we have, and we have them because we think they're awesome. And we want the movies to do it. If it doesn't happen, yes, be a little bit disappointed that it didn't happen. But not so much that it gets in the way of what the show actually is. So that's my 2 cents on that. Eric Thorpe, do you know if Tom Holland confirmed to be Multiverse of Madness like Elizabeth? I don't think he's confirmed, but I would strongly believe he is. I would strongly believe he is. GKLP, I know Soundgarden did. The song is called Live to Rise, and it even played. Okay, I know. After reading that title, I'm kind of hearing it in my head. Let's just see if this started. Okay, I'm gonna keep the sound very low. And it's starting. It's starting, guys. We'll get back to the question. I'm gonna leave this question up. Guys, let me know if you can hear it right, if you can hear me right, etc. How do I do that? You guys can't hear it. Oh, shit. I'm not... Maybe it's because I have the free version and you guys can't hear it. Fuck. I want you guys to hear it. Okay, so Leo is helping me out. No. There's no such box, unfortunately, my brother. Damn! Damn, I want you guys to hear this. Hang on. I gotta have a solution. Okay, share tab. Let me take this out. Share screen. Can you guys hear it now? I can't take off my headphones. My speakers are busted. Okay, it's Bob Iger just bragging about him being CEO at the moment. No biggie. But can you hear it now? Maybe it's because it's the free version. Oh. Damn it. Oh, hang on. I got it. I need to tick a box before I actually share. No, here it is. Share audio.
I'm confident we will continue to thrive.
Boom. How about now?
As long as we keep doing the things that have made us successful thus far. Remaining agile.
Okay, Leo DM'd me on Twitter. Thank you, brother.
Never losing sight of what's most important. And that is the unsurpassed quality of what we create for people around the world. Confident my successor, Bob Chapek, and the senior management
got it. Okay.
will adhere to the same principles.
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing I found out. Thank you so much, Leo. Thank you, Bruno. All right.
We'll have more to say about this
Cool.
With respect to the agenda for today's meeting.
Okay, right now they're not saying anything interesting. So as I said, I'm going to leave GKLBP's question over here right now, just because it will give me a better placement of where the last question was when we come back to you guys' question. Right now, let me know if the sound is right, if you can hear me and this thing right. If I need to adjust anything, just let me know in the comments.
Susan, we have Mary Barra, Safra Katz, Francis D'Souza, Michael Froman, Mel
They always start with the boring stuff.
Tucker, and Derica Rice. We're grateful for their hard work and their support. And now I'll turn it over to Alan for the business portion of the meeting. Alan?
Oh, the business portion. Oh my God.
Thank you, Bob. This meeting has been duly called and is being conducted in conformity with the laws of Delaware and the company's charter and bylaws. If you've already voted by proxy, you do not need to vote again now. If you haven't voted, or if you want to change your vote, you may do so during this meeting.
Question though, how does someone international become a Disney shareholder if I was interested in such a thing?
Copies of the rules of the meeting were provided on the virtual meeting website, and I would ask that everyone
Talking about
please
money,
respect
money.
those rules.
Yeah.
We have
Money,
5 items on
money.
the agenda today, including 2 shareholder proposals. I will introduce each of the first 3 items, and shareholder representatives will present each of the shareholder proposals. Then the polls will close, and we will hear a preliminary report from the Inspector of Election and adjourn the business portion of the meeting. The company has retained Broadridge Investor Communications Solution as the Inspector of Election for this meeting. I would now like to introduce Belinda Masafra, a representative of Broadridge, and ask her to report on the number of outstanding shares present today and voting.
I know I have to buy shares, but
Thank you,
what
Mr.
site
President.
do I go
As
to
of the
do
close
that?
of
That's the
business On
thing.
January 11, 2021, the record
On
date for
trading
this meeting,
platform. Thank
there
you,
were
Air Gaming 15. Thank you very much.
263,808 shares of common stock outstanding, each of which is entitled to 1 vote. There are at least
E-Trade.
1,926,384 shares.
If I
of
get a
common
guaranteed
stock
paycheck immediately, I will buy Disney stock. Jean Magalhães is here. Economics class is finally going to pay off. We should invest together, João, you and me.
Based on this report,
Just so we can
I
buy hot
declare
toys.
that a quorum is present and that this meeting is qualified to proceed and that the polls are now open. The first item is the election of 10 members of the Board of Directors. Each director holds office.
Put me in the
for a
board of
term
directors.
1 year.
I'll greenlight
Each of the
a sequel to
current
Treasure
directors is
Planet right
nominated
away.
for election at this meeting. The board recommends a vote for the
Anywhere
election
but Robin
of all of
Hood.
the nominees. The next item is ratification of the appointment of PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP as the company's independent registered accountants for the current fiscal year, as recommended by the audit committee.
Movie
of the Board of
database.
Directors.
Cheers. Thank you for being here, my
David
friend.
Johnson, a representative of PricewaterhouseCoopers, is here today to respond to any questions. The board recommends a vote for the ratification of the appointment of PricewaterhouseCoopers as the company's independent registered accountants for fiscal 2021. The next item is the advisory vote on executive compensation. We are seeking advisory shareholder approval of the compensation of our named executive officers, and the board recommends a vote for this proposal.
Yes, Eric. I
The
will.
next item
I will
is
very
a
much greenlight the
shareholder
Kira
proposal by
series.
Mercy Investment Services Inc.
If I become a member of the board, I will for
The full
sure.
text of the
I'll
proposal is
even
set forth in the
greenlight
proxy
the Man of
statement.
Steel sequel, even though this is
understand
Disney's
that
board.
Lydia
I will
Pickender, a
I will
representative of the
greenlight
shareholder,
the
is
Man
here
of
to
Steel
present
sequel
this
through
proposal,
Disney.
and
They
I
will
would
have
like
no
to
power
invite
to
her
stop
do
me.
so.
I'll become
I would ask
I'll
that she
become
limit the presentation
what's
to
the
5
term?
minutes at most.
Not hungry with power. Power hungry. Is that no? That's a completely different term. You know what I mean? I will greenlight the Man of Steel sequel that we deserve.
Can you hear me?
Whoever's talking right now has a worse connection than I do.
Please proceed.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hereby move proposal number 4, asking our company to report on its state and federal lobbying expenditures, including indirect funding of lobbying through trade associations and social
I might be
welfare
glitching out for a second
After January
at any
6th,
moment, guys, but don't
Disney
worry, I
announced
will
it
not be
make
going
political
anywhere.
contributions
It'll just be a
in
small
2021
mistake.
to lawmakers who voted to
Jeez,
reject
I got the
certification
hiccups.
of the Electoral College vote. But the question being asked is whether the changes that companies like Disney have made in response will be simply emergency measures to repair reputational damage or something more lasting. As a result, investors are asking companies to commit to corporate political responsibility by disclosing all dark money payments to third party groups that
This
use
right
that
here,
money
that's
to
the
influence
dream.
policy.
That's the dream, my friend. I already have a cast and
While Disney
everything.
Company does not issue a comprehensive report of its own direct
Well, don't forget,
lobbying,
Scott,
that data is
it's
scattered among
Avatar
hundreds
is
of
Disney now,
regulators,
so
and
even if
it's
Endgame gets
contained.
beaten,
What we
they
see
win, and then they're gonna re-release Endgame to become again the #1 box office movie in the world, and then they're gonna re-release Avatar, and then they're gonna re-release Endgame, and it's a cycle, man. It's a cycle, and they win. They win.
There's also, in complete disclosure,
Eric Thorpe. It has just, or it's being released like Tuesday, so it's gonna be released on Friday in China, because they're doing well apparently, even though
Disney
you
is
know.
required to report its lobbying and already has all this information, so it could easily provide this to us, its shareholders. Disney continues to argue that it has a high ranking in the CPA-Zicklin Index, a report that measures political contributions disclosures. However, this argument is misleading, since the report looks at political contributions, which has nothing to do with lobbying disclosure.
Oh, who cares?
Which is what proposal number 4 is all about. We also believe.
I mean,
that
I know
these
it's a
trade
shareholders
association
meeting,
payments
but come
used for
on.
lobbying could pose reputational risks. For example, Disney signed an agreement to work with United Nations Environment to combat and raise awareness around climate change. Yet the United States Chamber of Commerce, of which Disney is a member, undermines the Paris Climate Accords. For 2019, Disney paid somewhere between $250,000.
I am so sorry. If you guys want to keep asking questions, feel free. I will pay attention to if they start moving on to something interesting. But yeah, guys, feel free to keep asking questions. If I need to stop, I'll stop, but I'll keep in mind where we are at and continue later. If you want your question to be answered immediately, consider donating to the channel through Super Chat. I will have to set up a tip link, just because I'm assuming you guys don't want to donate to Super Chat and they keep like 25% of the profits. So I'll set up a tip link in the future whenever I start Twitch streaming as well. But yeah, feel free to start to continue to throw in questions. If I need to stop to listen, I'll stop to listen. Just mute myself for a second.
All third-party payments will ensure proper oversight for a company's lobbying, and I urge stockholders to vote for this proposal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
The Board of Directors has recommended a vote against this proposal for the reasons set out in the proxy statement. The next item is a shareholder proposal by James McRitchie. The full text of that proposal is set forth in the
James
proxy
McRitchie.
I understand that
That's
Mr. McRitchie is here to present this proposal.
he's got the perfect name for his job if I've ever seen one.
That we limit the presentation to 5 minutes at most.
And 5 minutes is gonna be too long.
Thank you.
Ooh. Oh, I'm buffering. Come on, man.
It's unclear how including
Okay, we're back.
management employees in an initial
Let's
list
lower
of
the sound a
director
little bit
nominees
while
will
I
increase board
answer
diversity.
a question. No, I don't want to mute it. There we go. João Magalhães, they gotta talk about Black Widow film supposedly comes out in late. Yeah, it would be late April for us Europeans. You're right. Feels like there is no marketing yet, but I guess it's because they are focused. Yeah, it's true. But I'm predicting they're delaying it for like 3 weeks, a month tops. But they gotta talk about it today. Like this is the opportunity to talk about it. I mean, okay, it's live.
Polling finds public support for workers on corporate boards.
Scott Cloona, if this was a Dunder Miffling meeting,
For boards
it would still be more entertaining and more. Yep.
enacted laws
Yep, I'm with you.
that publicly held companies
I'm with you, man.
include board members from underrepresented communities. There's a growing consensus that board diversity is imperative.
Okay, this is not like what we're here for, but it's still a good thing that they're talking about
It
it.
improves financial performance. However, the legislature wasn't just motivated by profit. Fairness, inclusion, and a preference to take into account different perspectives, different world views.
Stop moving
also
things
came
around,
into
guys. We can
play.
hear you on the phone.
Given that reality, let's look at just one example. Mary Barra ensures some degree of diversity on the board, on the Disney board as a woman. However, Ms. Barra earns $21 million a year at GM and $320,000 at Disney. How well can she relate to the
Holy
typical
shit.
Disney customer? How close is
Hang
her
on.
worldview to
Breaking
the
news.
Disney employee who
Well,
earns
they're into boring stuff.
$51,000?
The cast for the live-action Powerpuff Girls has been announced. I do not want to see this show. I do not. But this cast, or at least the two of them that I know, wow. Hang on, let me open up. Doesn't matter. So, the CW's live-action Powerpuff Girl cast has been announced. Comes to us from Fandom. Blossom will be played by Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know I'm happy about that. Bubbles will be played by Dove Cameron from the Descendants movies and also from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know I'm happy about that. And Buttercup will be played by Yana Perrault. I hope that's how I pronounce it. I'm not familiar with her. Like, I don't recognize the name. But damn, I'm gonna watch this now, you know? Because I love Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Dove Cameron is a very underrated actress. Yana, I'm not familiar with her. At least, like right now, I don't recognize the face or the name. But I'm certainly going to get acquainted to her, because this just went up on my excitement level. Back to it.
Same background it does today.
Let us lower the sound a little bit more. But what do you think? Are you excited for the Powerpuff Girls live-action show? And
Then another director was
does this leave you more excited? Does it keep your excitement the same? Does it lower your excitement? What do you think the next big franchise will be that Disney buys? Bob, one of them. I don't know which one. Mentioned he wouldn't mind. Well, of course he wouldn't mind the James Bond franchise. He has the money for it, and there's rumors that they're going to sell it after Bond 25, and he would have another franchise to make money off. But what realistically, I mean, it's not unrealistic that they would buy Bond if it's for sale.
any of these changes would engage and empower workers, leading
Off the top of my head, I just don't know, like,
to the company.
hmm.
Instead, our board refused
What would they buy? What do you guys think? What franchise would Disney buy? Like, it's not like they have a lack of franchises now. They just bought Fox, and was it not because of X-Men and Fantastic Four? They got Alien. They got everything Fox had. It's insane.
jm at corpgov.net. That's jm
I was gonna say Terminator, but they own Terminator now.
.net. And if you hadn't voted in favor of proposal
A better question would be, what franchise will Disney bet on? And I think Terminator should be that franchise. Alright, back to it. But what do you guys think?
Thank you. The board of directors has recommended a vote against this proposal for the reasons set out in the proxy statement.
Okay, so apparently she's a
All
Broadway
those
actress
will now
and
close.
a singer.
And I would ask the inspector of election to give us her report based on the proxies received by the opening of the polls at today's meeting. Inspector, may we have your
Yeah.
preliminary report?
They should buy Hulk for sure. They should finally buy Hulk again.
For item
Um,
one, the election of directors.
They could buy. I mean,
We have
Universal is not exactly in a bad spot either, but
director
you know.
representing at least 92% of the votes cast. For item two, ratification.
Yeah, but
of the
exactly
appointment
what
of
you're saying,
Barbara
Eric. I would have thought Bond was too adult, but I mean they have R-rated stuff on Disney Plus now, so exactly that we have Star now here in Europe, and it's weird at first. Like you're going through Disney Plus, and then you see Borat, the first movie. It's odd, but it's a good kind of weird. Mattiocco says, "Imagine if Disney bought DC." Honestly, I don't want this to happen. Okay, let me just make it very clear. I do not want Disney to buy DC, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'll say that. Ooh, that's a good shot. A good shout, Scott. Planet of the Apes will be the one they bet on, I feel. I hope you're right. And they continue the story of the trilogy, not just reboot it. Right, I'm fearful of Disney and Terminator. I understand that. Oh, I took it out. I understand that because the previous Terminator movies have not been well received. I am one of the few people. I'm probably the one
Based on
person
that
in the world who
report
likes
and
Genesis.
subject to the count
I'm
of
one of the
ballots
few
presented
that
at the
likes
meeting and final confirmation of voting results by the
that
Inspector
likes
of Election.
Dark
I
Fate.
declare
So
that
it
all
really
the
depends on what
nominees
kind
for
of
election to the
creator they
board
put
have
on
been
it.
duly
You know,
elected,
they put
that the
Noah
appointment
Hawley
of
with Ridley Scott on the Alien
PricewaterhouseCoopers
show.
has
So
been
it
duly
really
ratified,
depends on who
that
they
the
put
advisory
behind
resolution on executive
whatever
compensation
they
is
do with
approved,
Terminator. You
and
know,
that neither
I'm more
of
afraid
the
for
shareholder
Predator than
proposals
anything
was
else.
approved. The
Because
final
that
vote
Predator
results
movie,
will
like
be
I had
included
fun
in
with
the
it, but
Form
damn.
8-K that
Ooh.
will be filed within 4 business days of this meeting. That concludes the business portion of the meeting. Which
Matthew
is now
Mattiocco, isn't
adjourned.
Planet of the
And
Apes
now,
Fox?
please
Yes,
welcome
and
the
Disney
Chief
bought
Executive
Fox. It
Officer
belongs
of
to
the
Disney
Walt
now.
Disney
If you go to
Company,
Disney
Bob
Plus, you
Chapek.
probably have Planet of the Apes on there right now.
Thanks, Alan,
Or
and
maybe if you're
hello,
from the
everyone.
States, which I'm not
I
sure,
want to take
I
the
don't know if you
opportunity
are.
to
Over
welcome
here we
all of
have
you
all
to
the
our
Fox
first
stuff on
virtual
Star,
meeting.
which is a new tile
I
on
look
Disney
forward to
Plus.
updating you on many of our accomplishments
But I
as we
believe
advance
there
here,
it should probably
and
be on
also
Hulu. But yes,
sharing
Disney
with you
bought Fox,
some
so
of
it
the
belongs to them.
exciting things we're hard at work on. Before we proceed, you heard Bob say that this will be his last annual meeting, and I want to take a moment to express my deep appreciation for his
Oh
incredible
yeah, this is Bob's
leadership
last
and
meeting as the
mentorship.
CEO.
And I also want to say how truly grateful I am
He's still
for
chairman of the board,
opportunities
okay? He's still the
he's
most
given me
powerful man at
and
Disney.
for his faith in me.
Bob
Bob has
Iger,
led this
that
company
is.
to amazing heights over the years, and I look forward to continuing to
My
build
cell phone keeps
on his
falling.
remarkable legacy. I know it's been a tough year for everyone. When I assumed the role of CEO in late February of 2020, none of us could have imagined how profoundly the virus would change the world
This is Bob
and
Chapek
our way of
talking.
life.
Bob
It's also
Chapek,
had a
as I like to
significant
say. I
impact
know
on
it's badly
businesses,
pronounced that way,
and
but it's
ours
just
is
funny,
no
or Bob
exception.
Chapek.
However, once again, we've demonstrated our resiliency during an incredibly challenging period. In fact, we've more than persevered under some really unusual
I
and
half
difficult
agree with you and
circumstances.
half disagree,
And that is a
Eric, because
testament,
I like
first and
Genesis as
foremost,
well. I like
to the
Dark
hard
Fate.
work,
I even like a
flexibility,
little
and
bit of
dedication
Salvation.
of our
I
employees.
can
They've
watch
done an
Salvation,
amazing
not be
job,
angry.
and I could not be
Terminator
more
3,
grateful
my friend, that's
and
when
proud
I
of
get
them.
angry. That's when I
Over the
disagree with
past
film.
year, despite the
Dominici and Scott, I'm one of the
multitude
people who likes all
we've
Terminator
remained
films. That's
focused
awesome, man.
and
I
taken
wish
a
I could
number
feel
of
the same, you know?
strategic and
If you
deliberate
like them,
steps
that's
positioned our
awesome,
company
and I
for
celebrate that
long-term
with you.
growth.
Because I wish I would love them. And I
The
agree with
incredible
Eric on this
success
one.
of
Emilia
Disney
Clarke
Plus
was
in just its
awesome
first year
as Sarah
prompted
Connor.
us
The
to
character was very
accelerate our
underwritten,
pivot
but she
to a
was awesome with what she
DTC-first
got to
business
do.
model. We reorganized our media and entertainment businesses, separating
Do, do, do,
content
do, do.
creation from distribution to align accountabilities in order to better support our DTC growth strategy and increase shareholder value.
This is the greatest comment we'll get today, everyone. Unless someone sends a super chat, this is the greatest comment we'll get today. But what are investments, if not Disney persevering? That's amazing, Jerome. Kudos for coming up with that one. And what a like the original quote. What a great quote that was in WandaVision.
And specials coming to the service in the next
Okay.
few years. In fact, we set a target of 100 plus new titles per year, and this includes Disney Animation, Disney Live Action, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic.
Are you guys hearing this?
Direct-to-consumer business is the company's top priority.
Over 100 originals on Disney Plus per year.
We're also
Of course,
incredibly excited
covering
about
like
what we've
Pixar,
accomplished
animation, live
with
action,
Hulu
Star Wars,
and
Marvel,
ESPN+.
National Geographic, all that, but
And
100.
2 weeks ago, we successfully launched our new international general entertainment offering, Star, in
Oh
Europe,
yeah,
Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. Star is home to thousands of hours of movies and television from our various studios, along with Star-branded exclusive originals and local programming tailored to those specific markets. The response from our consumers has been overwhelmingly positive in every market we have launched. We're also excited to be launching the standalone service Star Plus in Latin America this summer and Disney Plus with Star included in other markets later in the year. Delivering
Oh,
consumer choice, value, and convenience is a key focus, and we're constantly looking for ways to improve the consumer experience. As such, I am pleased to share that ESPN Plus on Hulu, which we first mentioned at our Investor Day presentation in December, will launch tomorrow. Viewers who
Ooh.
subscribe to both Hulu and ESPN
that's for
Plus
you, my
will now
American
be able to
friends.
watch
ESPN
all the
Plus.
content available on ESPN Plus, including thousands of live sporting events, original shows, series, and documentaries without leaving the Hulu environment.
They're gonna
And
do
by
like
this summer,
scripted series
we'll
for
also be
ESPN
able to
Plus.
purchase ESPN Plus pay-per-view events from the Hulu platform.
They still betting on
On the
pay-per-view.
creative side, we're fortunate to have some of the best teams in the business, and that's reflected in the tremendous appeal and success of our one-of-a-kind content across our various platforms, streaming, linear, and theatrical. Last week, our films were honored with 5 Golden Globe Awards.
They just brought
including
up
Pixar's
theatrical.
Soul, which won for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score.
Soul.
Nomadland, which won Best Motion Picture Drama.
Nomadland.
Best
Chloe Zhao,
Director,
who's directing The
Motion Picture.
Eternals.
Chloe Zhao made history as the
Zhao,
first
not
female
Zhao.
director to win the top prize for Best Drama. And Andra Day won for the Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for the Hulu original, The United States versus Billie
Oh, I
Holiday.
didn't know that was Hulu.
I hope you've all had an opportunity
Haven't seen it.
to see our latest family entertainment achievement, Disney Animation Studios' Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yes,
which
I
we
did
released
watch
last
it, and I
week in
reviewed it,
theaters and
Bob.
on Disney Plus
You should
via
check out my
internet
review,
access
Bob.
To great acclaim and social buzz. As we've said, we believe it's important to put the consumer in charge and let them decide when and how they want to enjoy our films, particularly as we navigate our way through the pandemic. We're really excited about the full slate of films we have in store this year. Next up is Marvel's highly anticipated spy thriller, Black Widow,
Here we go.
featuring an all-star cast that includes Oscar nominee Scarlett Johansson, currently set for release in theaters on May 7th. I know Marvel fans have been looking forward to this film for a long time, and I promise you it's well worth the wait. It's absolutely fantastic.
They're not changing
One of
it.
the most anticipated films of 2021
They're not changing it.
Steven Spielberg's adaptation of the classic Broadway
Oh my
musical,
God.
West Side Story. Due to COVID,
They're not changing
we had
it.
to
Black Widow is
postpone the
keeping
film's
its release
for a
date.
year, and now it's expected to premiere in theaters on December 10th. We can't wait for you to see it. It's phenomenal. We've also made a number of significant changes in how we manage and operate other parts of our company, particularly our theme parks and consumer products businesses. We believe these and other adjustments will best position us to operate most effectively now and in a post-COVID environment. I'm proud that where we've been able to reopen our parks with limited capacity and strict
Oh my
health and
God.
safety protocols in place, we've done so successfully, and guests have consistently demonstrated a willingness and desire to visit. We have earned our guests' trust by being transparent about our protocols for operating responsibly.
I'm just
And
sending a
builds
message
further
to a group
confidence
chat.
as we reopen closed facilities and expand operations for other sites currently under
Oh my
significant
God.
capacity constraints. Fortunately, there's been a decline in new COVID cases nationwide since January, and with the addition of a third
Okay, they're
vaccine,
addressing it.
we anticipate a greater number of people being vaccinated in a shorter time frame. Here in California, we're encouraged by the positive trends we're seeing, and we're hopeful they'll continue to improve, and we'll be able to reopen our parks to guests with limited capacity by late April. We look forward
What about
to
us in the
publicizing
UK?
an
Theaters
opening
aren't
date
opening
in
until
coming
late May,
weeks.
guys. I don't want to
While
get
last
spoiled for
week's
Black Widow.
announcement
I need to
stated
review
that
it right
theme parks
away.
will
Give
open
me a
starting
screener,
April
Disney.
1st. The fact is, it will take some time to get them ready for our guests. This includes recalling more than 10,000 furloughed cast and retraining them to be able to operate according to the state of California's new requirements.
That
I'm pleased to
is...
say that
I'm
the
still
response
shocked
has
that they
been
didn't
great
move
thus
it at
far.
all. Like, they just
cast members
addressed
are
it like it was a
excited to get
normal
back to
thing.
work.
Like, yeah, we're
And this is
keeping it.
also good
No
news for
biggie.
the Anaheim
And
community,
they just
which
move on.
depends
Didn't
on
even pay
Disneyland
attention
for
to the
jobs
West Side Story
and business
stuff.
generated by visitors. Overall, we're encouraged by the pent-up demand we're seeing, both in the U.S. and internationally, and we're confident it will continue to grow as restrictions ease. And consumers' increasing willingness to travel makes us even more optimistic about the year ahead. At our parks and resorts, we're moving forward with a number of projects that push the boundaries of innovation, storytelling, and the overall guest experience. At Walt Disney World, preparations are well underway for the 50th anniversary celebration.
My God.
And as part of the reimagining of Epcot, We're hard at work on
Where are you
new
at,
attractions.
Precious
The highly
Ita? I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
anticipated
Feel free to
coaster,
correct me.
Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind,
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which I'm pleased to announce will open to guests on October 1st.
Oh, this is a
As you
park
may have
attraction
seen, work
thing.
is also underway on the all-new spectacular nighttime show Harmonious, and I am especially excited about the upcoming new Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. It is truly unlike anything anyone has done before. At Disneyland Resort, the highly anticipated
How do you spell Bob
new
Chapek?
Marvel-themed land
I'm
Adventures
very
Campus
unsure, and I
is
want to
currently
tweet about
scheduled
it.
to open later this year at Disney California Adventure. Guests will be able to sling webs like Spider-Man and see him soar through the air.
Namibia.
Right
All
before their
right.
eyes.
Are you guys
We're
doing
also
good over
moving
there in
forward on a
general
number of
with
new
the
projects
with the
at our
pandemic?
national parks, including the multi-year reimagining of Disneyland Paris, which will feature 3 new themed areas, starting with Avengers Campus, currently under construction.
Oh, Avengers Campus. I
Shanghai
want to go
Disneyland
there.
will
Please,
celebrate its 5th
please do it
anniversary
in
this year,
Disneyland
and work
Paris.
continues at the park on the first ever Zootopia.
Okay, let's see how we
themed land.
pronounce Bob Chapek on Google.
Hong Kong
Bob
Disneyland
Che,
recently
not
unveiled
Bib,
the Castle of
Bob.
Magical Dreams as part of the kickoff of the resort's 15th anniversary celebration.
Okay, I was
And at
spelling it
Tokyo
right.
Disney Resort, the largest expansion ever for Tokyo Disney Sea is underway. Fantasy Springs, as it's called. will
Are they gonna
feature
come
new
back to
areas
movies?
and attractions
I hope
inspired
they're
by
coming
the
back to movies.
world's
Otherwise, I'm just wasting
Frozen,
time here and
Tangled,
not talking to
Peter
you
Pan's
guys.
Neverland, and is set to
And I
open
prefer
in
talking to you guys than
2023.
listen to the
Finally,
parks
Disney
talk
Cruise Line's continuing with the construction
and
of
cruise
the
lines.
fleet's
All right, guys, just
fifth
feel
cruise
free
ship,
to start
Disney
shooting up
Wish,
questions,
with a maiden
at least as
voyage
long as they
scheduled
don't
for
go back
summer
to movies.
2022.
I'd rather
On
talk
other
to you
fronts,
guys
during the year that was
about there.
largely absent last sports,
But yeah, apparently you guys are
Ultimate
also
ESPN has done a
shocked like me.
remarkable job of finding ways to deliver compelling programming to fans.
Donate to Rand so you
Critically
so you
acclaimed
can go to the
series,
Avengers boot
live
camp.
coverage of the NBA season from the now legendary
What
Fletcher
phone do I
to
have?
the
I have a
to the
Samsung
first
Galaxy
ever
Note 8
virtual NFL draft.
Edge. That's the one I
In
got.
this unprecedented
So
news
he,
year,
okay, donate to
our
me so I can go to
global
Avengers boot
national
camp, please.
news team has done an absolutely outstanding job of reporting on the pandemic, the push
Okay,
for
let's
social
lower the
justice,
sound
the
here.
election, and more. Good morning, America.
Uh,
News tonight with David Muir.
So yeah, you guys are as shocked as me. Happy but also concerned it won't do well. Yeah, that's the danger. But remember, right now, doing well is relative. Doing well right now is does not equal the same numbers as it would like doing well like in normal times. Scott Cloona, I'm surprised they ain't doing the Premier Access though. I mean, I'm shocked they ain't doing the Premier Access because they're not moving it. Had they moved it like I predicted they would, I thought they weren't going to do the Disney Plus Premier Access thing though. Eric Thorpe is right. They can afford the hit. Depends on how big a hit it is. You know, if it's a critical hit or a one-hit KO, they can't afford that. Scott Cloona, cinemas in Ireland are gonna open for a good while whilst we're in lockdown. Also, yeah. Over here, at least in London, I don't even know if it's an England thing, but in London they're gonna open like late May, or at least they plan right now to open in late May. Eric Thorpe's theaters aren't open either. Precious Ida, glad to know it's easily doing down, my friend. Happy for you guys, clearly handling it better than we are over here. Homer Simpson plays mobile games. Any movie news? I mean, just they aren't moving Black Widow apparently. That's the news we got. Like, as far as movies are concerned, I don't care about the parks.
And how to protect against the virus.
Like, I care about going to the parks, but don't care about news. But yeah, shockingly, they're not moving Black Widow. They just addressed it like it was nothing. Black Widow is coming to theaters on May 7th. We can't wait for you to see it, and they just move on. I go to Cineworld Cinemas. Same here, my friend. We go to the best cinema in the UK.
And have found creative ways to deliver magic to as many Wish kids as possible.
Let's go back.
At Disney,
Oh, they're
we've
talking Make-A-Wish
long
now.
maintained a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, and we're committed to building on that legacy. This year, I'm pleased to say, we met our 2020 environmental goals and announced a slate of new, ambitious goals for 2030, designed to further reduce our environmental impact and help protect the planet. Among the targets we set, achieving net zero emissions for our direct operations, zero waste to landfill for our wholly owned and operated parks and resorts.
Okay, nothing new here.
And a reduction in our environmental impact through sustainable design features in buildings. This past year, the Disney Conservation...
Hope it gets better. Thank you very much, my friend. It's easing down. They're finally treating it like it should be treated, so hopefully we don't have to wait much longer. Scott Cloona, it's in a world here for me as well. That or View. View is one I've been to, but it's about the last one I will go into, because like if I have the Cineworld's card, so I don't need to go anywhere else. But if anything, I go to Odeon a lot when I go to the London Film Festival, because they host most of the press screenings there on the main Odeon in Leicester Square. But View is one I've been to, but you know, too expensive, and they don't have like a membership or anything, at least last time I checked. I saw a test screening in a View once. Homer Simpson says, Disney Plus is my favorite streaming service. Right now, so is it's mine as well. It's mine as well, man. It has the best library. It just had WandaVision right after Mandalorian. Now it's gonna have Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's got all these things, man. And the library quality is amazing. Cineplex here in Canada, that's the biggest chain you guys got, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Worked there one summer. Don't miss that. Why not? Was it that bad? It was like your position that was bad, or was it like the workplace, the people that made it bad?
Some semblance of normal, so we can see you back in our parks, enjoying the magic and wonder of Disney.
Go back to movies, goddammit.
Together. Thank you again, and now we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, people are going to have questions.
During today's question and answer session, your questions will be taken over the phone. Please limit to one question per shareholder and your remarks to 2 minutes, and be prepared to ask a different question if your original question has already been answered. Mr. Chapek, today's first question comes from Corey Borgstadt out of Peoria, Arizona. Please go ahead.
Jesus.
Hi, my name is Corey, and I'm a shareholder from Arizona. First, I want to thank you, Mr. Iger, for your wonderful leadership for the past 16 years. I've been
That's
attending
cool. They're
the
thanking
meetings for
Bob Iger.
14 years, and I will miss you very much. Secondly, my Girl Scout troop just finished its cookie sale, and we plan to use some of the funds to rent a theater to see Raya and the Last Dragon, like we have done with several other Disney and Pixar movies through the years. But our local theater chain told us that they were not getting to show the film because they couldn't work out a deal with the Walt Disney Company. So my question is, how does the Disney Company decide which theaters get to show the films it releases? And one quick little request this year is please release Mulan and Soul to theaters so everyone can see them on the big screen. They are amazing films.
They're not going to release Mulan, my friend.
Thank you, Corey, for your question. This is Bob Chapek. We agree with you that Raya is a fantastic film, and the audience scores
It is.
have been
It
really
is.
spectacular.
I mean, they're biased towards Raya, but Raya is a fantastic film. If you can afford the $30 thing on Disney Plus, it's worth it. Mulan, not so much.
That own those theaters, and whether or not they agree to the terms that the Walt Disney Company lays out in terms of the economics for those particular theaters. So
yeah, the theater's not. I mean, it's not cool, but can't blame them, but also can't blame Disney.
Chose not to. We've been able to make our films available also on Disney Plus under the Premier Access window. So one way or another, we're pretty much, we've got the guarantee that our consumers and our viewers and fans like yourself can see our films, whether the local theater's playing that film or not. But we hope to be able to, in the future, have all theaters playing all Disney films.
This is what I love to hear, actually. They still believe in theatrical release.
Next question comes from Matt Dobrovolsky out of Florida. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Bob. My name is Matt Dobrovolsky. I've been a shareholder now for almost 20 years now.
Wow.
I'm so thankful that my dad had actually purchased this stock for me all those years ago. I'm also
Oh, it was his dad.
a current cast member at the Walt Disney World Resort, so I'm very grateful for that. Bob, first off, thank you for navigating the company throughout this difficult year. I know it's been a rough year for all businesses, and I personally believe that Disney has done the best that they could possibly do, and I thank you
What? Am I buffering? Yeah, I'm buffering.
so much for that.
Just click to go live again. Don't worry, guys. I got you. We'll make it through. We'll listen to the Florida man's question. Don't remember his name, just remember that he's from Florida and that his dad bought the stocks, not him. Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna open this on another page. Okay, it's reloading. And we're back. Hang on. And we're back. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
In terms of when we'll be able to reopen up our cruise lines, we're anticipating.
Got a lot of people on the chat. Thank you, everyone. 32 people right now. Damn. Thank you. This is the biggest attendance so far.
We might be able to have some limited operations of our cruise ships, but that's all going to
17th of May, we're going to Forbidden Planet, followed by a movie at Cineworld and dinner at Bar. If I can monetarily afford that, yes. It's dangerous to go to Forbidden Planet for me, but you know, I certainly want to. I certainly want to.
On the Disney Cruise Line, so we hope to have you as a guest on our ships when we are able to reopen. Thank you. Next question.
Yes, sir. Our next question today comes from
Yes, sir.
High Point, North Carolina.
I could have his job. I could have his job, you know.
Hey, Bob. This is Matt from High Point, North Carolina. I have been a shareholder since I was a kid and am a 2012 alumni at the Disney College program. And the specific park I work for is Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando at Walt Disney World. And my question is specifically about the college program. Do you have any idea when
Bruno just got me in trouble. Byron, huh? How much them Disney checks paying you, right? It's not that expensive. I mean, it's expensive, especially for what I'm used to paying for a meal being from Portugal, but it's not that expensive, Byron, and we do not go there all the time. We usually do just go there to celebrate. But yeah, they're not cheap.
Cast members that make magic for our guests every day. So we hope to be able to.
Scott Cloona, why is Kermit the Frog the moderator? I make a mean Kermit the Frog impression, so I could be the moderator, and he belongs to Disney, so.
As it starts to resolve itself, so. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll be back in business with our college program, but we have no specifics that we can promise right now. Thank you for your question.
Next question. Here it comes, Kermit the Frog.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chapek,
yes, sir. Okay.
Dickerson from Los Angeles, California. Please go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Chapek and Mr. Iger. Thanks for taking my question. I'm a Disney shareholder and a former Disney cast member acquired from Fox. Congratulations on all that you have achieved over the past year.
A former Disney cast member acquired from Fox. He just had to tell them that detail.
You had a remarkable and unprecedented first year as CEO of the Walt Disney Company. I remember it was a year ago, almost to the day, March 13th, that we first started working from home and got busy on these Premier Access releases. First starting with Frozen 2. What are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned in your first year?
Okay, he's going to talk about his first year as CEO. Doesn't matter. Let's go to this. Eric Thorpe, do you have a favorite Star Wars book? So far I've read The Heir to the Empire. Not canon anymore, but amazing book. Probably the best one that's ever been written. Like, there's a trilogy, so you have two more to read. It's awesome, but the one actually canon book I've been reading, Catalyst, I really like Catalyst actually, but the best book I've read of Star Wars, canon or not canon, this one is actually canon, but Lords of the Sith is the book you must read. Lost Stars is amazing. Any of the Princess Leia books is pretty good. One of them I'm not remembering the name, the other one is Leia, Princess of Alderaan. The other one is Bloodlines, also written by Claudia Gray, who also wrote this one. Oh shit. Okay. Which I haven't finished reading, but it's one of the new High Republic books, Into the Dark, written by Claudia Gray, and the first one called Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule is also damn good. They're off to a good start with this High Republic thing, so look out for those two. Tarkin is also a really good one. The Ahsoka book is also very good by E.K. Johnson. I think it's Johnston. But yeah. Lords of the Sith. Okay, you own it. So Lord of the Sith is definitely the best one. You probably get the best Darth Vader moment in anything in that book early on. But it's basically just Darth Vader and Palpatine on an adventure, a very dark adventure. Christian Eulenberg is here, my brother. Christian, thank you for being here.
From Alexandria, Virginia. Please go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Hi there. It's clear that there's a new blacklist punishing conservatives in the entertainment industry. Disney Plus actors Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano tweeted analogies of current political events to Nazi Germany. Yet only Carano, who is considered a conservative, was fired from The Mandalorian. Regarding Disney and a blacklist, this is the way?
Well, thank you for your question. I don't really see Disney as characterizing itself as left-leaning or right-leaning.
This is the way! Oh! I'm sorry! He quickly moved on. I didn't even listen to his answer. But what the fuck?
Please go ahead.
Hi. Hello, this is Howard Rattler. I'm a shareholder. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That was amazing.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Disney Plus, on the release of the Hamilton production. I thought it was a groundbreaking piece of work that will truly stand the test of time and move.
Okay, let's just address the situation for a sec, as funny as that was. What did Pedro post? He once posted a comparison between Jewish children and people who were being Mexican children that were being arrested at the border. The difference is, my friends, when Disney saw that and told Pedro, stop, he stopped. When Carano did one thing, Disney said stop. She did another thing. They said stop. She did another thing. They said stop. She did another thing. So, oh my god, still really fucking funny. But yeah, that's the big difference between Carano and Pedro. Oh my god. I just can't stop laughing when I think back to that thing.
In regard of application of renewable energy.
Regarding Disney and what they did to Gina Carano, this is the way. And we were here to see it live! Homer Simpson, this is random, but I have been watching the Fantastic Four, the animated series, and X-Men, the animated series. X-Men is one of the best animated series of all time. The thing I'm most excited to see the X-Men, the MCU for, is because I'm sure they will do an orchestral score rendition of the theme. Fantastic Four, the 90s animated series, is one I haven't watched in a long time. I've rewatched the Hulk series, the Iron Man series, the Spider-Man series, of course, X-Men, and even the Silver Surfer series, which is only one season long. But Fantastic Four is one I'm yet to rewatch, so I'll probably follow your example, Homer Simpson. And Ryan O'Toole is here. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being here. This guy, this is the way. It was hilarious, man. Oh, I almost lost it. I mean, I did lose it when he did that. Oh,
I think we're on the leading edge of the way, if you will.
Like Will said, Mandalorian has spoken. My guy came through with "This is the way." That's legendary status. What a way to approach things.
And we'll continue to do that. We've got a new lead for our CSR activities inside the company. And she'll be working hard to make sure that we have
I need some
an
water.
energy source and a point of focus on this going forward. So, Howard, thank you for your question. Next question, please.
Here comes Kermit.
Thank you, sir. Our next question today comes from George.
Thank you, sir.
Out of San Antonio, Texas. Please go.
Greetings and salutations.
He's sounding more and more like Kermit the Frog.
Are you guys looking at firing Kathleen Kennedy or asking her to...
Oh, come on!
and promote
How are
somebody
these people
like
getting
Melanie
in?
or Favreau or both as a co-counsel?
No.
Thank you for your question, George. We've been absolutely thrilled that we can have the kind of creative talent in our company, the likes of Kathy Kennedy to run Lucas. And we look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm organization for many years to come. Thank you for your question. Next question, please.
Thank you, sir. Our next question today comes from
Thank you,
Chris
sir.
O'Donnell from Orlando, Florida. Please go ahead.
Here we go. Come on.
Hi, yes, thanks a lot to Bob Iger for all your service and years of company. I'm a 32-year cast member and shareholder of the company, and I just wanted to thank you for this year, let you know what a wonderful opportunity it is. I work at Disney Hollywood Studios, and I opened Disney Hollywood Studios and the Indiana Jones show. And the last couple of years, I was able to work on shows that deal with a lot of the public shows. Like right now, I'm doing the Cavalcade at the studios, and I got to do the snow all at the Disney Springs this Christmas season, and it's really great, the stuff that we are offering to our guests. And my biggest question, and I'm also an Aspire person. I want to thank you guys for all the support you've given Aspire. I'm learning to do Java just for personal growth. Now, my question is this: I'd like to see more smaller shows, and I know it's hard with the pandemic and stuff. And we just rehearsed two viewings of Donald Duck and Chip and Jail. It just opened at the studios this week, and I just wanted to let you know that I think it's really valuable for us to do more smaller shows that have more people involved in it, and would like to know if there's any more plans for that. Thanks.
Anybody getting what he's asking? I didn't.
Thank you, Chris.
I
Thank you
didn't
for
understand.
being a cast member and for being part of Aspire. As you know, we're very proud of Aspire in terms of giving.
Maybe they're talking about something I have never heard about. That's why I didn't
further
understand.
education that's funded by the company. So we're really proud of that and glad you could participate. You know, one of the drawbacks of obviously the pandemic in terms of our limited reopening is that the number of actual shows that we can have are greatly diminished because of social distancing. And we're still trying to figure out exactly as we, scale back up our operations at our park, our entertainment, how those will look going forward in the future, because right now we're obviously trying to limit contact with guests and with each other. But we're working on it. We're trying to figure that out, and we appreciate your input. Thank you very much for your question. Next question, please.
At least Bob understood what he was asking.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chapek. Our next question
Yes,
comes
sir,
from
Mr.
Harvey
Chapek.
Lee
Here we go.
from San Francisco,
Next up is
California.
Miss Piggy.
Go ahead.
Hello, this is Harvey. And first of all, I've been a shareholder for over 20 years with Disney and appreciate the work you and your management has done.
The guy named Harvey
last
didn't
year,
say his last name.
and,
Suspicious.
increasing
I'm
shareholder
kidding.
Value. And my question is, I noticed on the board of directors that there isn't any representation from the Asian community. I was just wondering, is there future consideration for that? Since you do have a lot of properties in Asia and other Asian countries.
Thank you, Harvey, for your question, and thank you for being a shareholder for 20 years.
That was an odd pause.
We always seek diversity in all aspects of the Walt Disney Company. The content we create, our cast members and our board of directors, and we've got quite a diverse board right now. And as we add new board members, we obviously will look to fill that out and make sure that we have representation from all ethnicities and different social groups. So thank you for your question, Harvey. And next question, please.
Yes, sir. Our next question comes from John Taylor O. Williams from Sanford, North Carolina. Please go ahead.
Yes,
Please go ahead.
For taking my question. This has been a challenging year, and I appreciate the skill of the board and the executives.
I thought he was British for a
My family
second.
has owned shares of Disney for several decades. My question is, what are your plans to restore the dividend?
Okay, thank you for your question. As you know, the last two dividends granted on a 6-month basis have been deferred.
Turns out there's not going to be much to talk about after this, but so I'm glad I started an hour early so we could talk to each other, guys, because it doesn't feel like there's much takeaway beyond Black Widow, which we already talked about.
Necessary increased investment behind content.
Might as well
Disney
stick around till
Plus.
the end now.
That is not a statement.
Though I have to
of
start
what
cooking dinner
we
in the
anticipate
meantime,
doing
so hopefully
long-term.
this doesn't go
We
too
believe
long.
that as part of our capital allocation plan, the dividend.
But
is
I should
important
plug
for
that
our
if you haven't
shareholders,
subscribed
and
yet
we'd
and you
like
want to
to,
see more lives
get back to
like
doing
this,
that,
if you want to
at some
chat up with
point,
me anytime,
depending
just subscribe
on
and be aware of whenever I
ability to
upload a
sort of
video.
claw
Turn
way
on
back
those
from the
notifications. I'm
pandemic.
very close to
No
3,000
statement on
subscribers.
what our
I
next
really
year's going to be,
appreciate
but,
if you
we'd like to be able to
supported me
restore that at some
reaching
point,
that
in
goal.
the future. Thank you for your question. Next question, please.
Next.
Yes, sir. Our next question today comes from Philip Berman from New York, New York. Please go ahead.
New York, New York.
Philip Berman, portfolio manager and shareholder. I just have one question. Now that Disney has grown to become a giant behemoth in the media business under the
It already was.
helm of Robert Iger, I want to know whether you have given any consideration to following the strategy of other chairmen in the media business, which is to spin off divisions that could stand alone on their own independently and produce earnings with a separate board, a separate management, or if Disney was to spin off just a portion of each of the divisions and retain ownership in part of it.
Thank you for your question, Philip. Philip, we look at a lot of different options in terms of how we could be managing our business and the assets of our business, including, potential spin-offs and options like that would increase shareholder value. We have nothing to announce today, but that is a regular part of what we do as we examine ways to operate more efficiently and more effectively and use the assets, the shareholders' assets, to their best and most optimal use. So thank you very much for your question. Next question, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chapek. Our next question comes from David Grant from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Please go ahead.
More effectively and use the assets, the shareholders' assets, to their best.
Mr. Grant, your line is open, sir.
So thank you very much for your
Oh God, the guy's just playing the
Okay, it
thing.
appears that Mr. Grant's line is not reactive, so we will go to our next question, and that's from Catherine Stovall from Massachusetts. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Catherine Stovall, and I have been fortunate enough to be a lifetime shareholder. I know a question was already asked about the Disney College program, but I have a much more specific question. As a college student myself, I would love to apply for the Disney College program, but unfortunately I will be aging out of the program soon. I want to know if there are going to be any extensions or exceptions made for students who may have missed their opportunity to start working for a company who many of us have dreamed about working for all of our lives.
Okay, this is interesting.
Well, thank you for your love of the company and your affinity for the program. That's a really good question. It's not something that we've contemplated. I can assure you that we will look into essentially, I guess, sort of a grandfathering in of folks who have aged out of that program because they haven't had the opportunity over the last year. That's an excellent suggestion, and I will commit to you that we will follow up on that and make some sort of announcement on that. Thank you very much.
Nice,
Let's take one
Chapek.
last question.
That's really good. Okay, last question. Good, because I have to
Absolutely,
start
sir. Today's
cooking
final
dinner.
question comes
Absolutely,
from
sir.
Michael
Let's
Moore
go.
from New
Yeah.
York, New York. Please go ahead.
There. Thank you very much for leading the company through the pandemic.
This guy's
I
drunk.
wanted to ask about Disney Plus, which I think is absolutely hands down the best streaming service out there. What are you guys doing in terms of cybersecurity to prevent, really the stealing of that intellectual property and unwarranted access over in Asia?
Thank you for your question, Michael. We have a small army of people that spend every waking hour trying to make sure that the very valuable data that's entrusted to us for these direct-to-consumer services are kept private and are held responsibly so that
Why
it
did he
doesn't get into the
specify
hands
Asia?
of bad actors.
Because
This
Disney
something
Plus
that
is
we
not
spent a lot of
not
time
there
on. We
yet.
realize
Okay.
the trust that you and others, all of our 100 million Disney Plus
Did
subscribers,
come across like
put in our
sketchy
hands
though.
when they decide to sign up, and we continue to try to improve and get better and better to protect that data for everybody's best interest. So, thank you very much for your question, operator.
Yes, sir. This concludes our question and answer session.
His name is Kermit, Bob. Call him by his name.
All right. With that, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today.
That's it.
And now I'm going to hand it over to Lowell Singer to close the meeting.
Okay, he's just gonna close
Certain
it.
statements made here, including statements about our plans or expectations and other statements that are not historical in nature, may
Are subject to
constitute
change.
forward-looking statements under the securities laws.
Yeah.
We make these statements on the basis of our views and assumptions regarding future events at the time we make them, and we do not undertake any obligation to update these statements.
Duh.
Forward-looking statements are subject to a number of risks and uncertainties, and actual results may differ materially from the results expressed or implied in light of a variety of factors, including factors contained in our annual report on Form 10-K, quarterly reports on Form 10-Q, and in our other filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Thank you for joining us today.
That's it.
Thank you for attending today's presentation.
Oh, Kermit.
You may now disconnect.
Okay, I'm disconnecting Kermit. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's it. That's it. Kind of. We did get a big news. It was just addressed very, very nonchalantly. So, Black Widow's coming to theaters on May 7th, so you'll see it in theaters, and they just moved on. So that's it, guys. That's it for today, for this live that so many people came by to watch, and I didn't know what to expect, so I'm just glad you all joined me. I'm glad we had an hour before this to talk about, because it was fun. It was fun. Let's hope they do one of these again. And I'm going back today to watch some things that I cannot say that I am watching currently. But look out for those reviews. And again, if you want to support the channel even more, subscribe if you haven't. Be aware of every time I upload a video by clicking the bell. And like videos like this to show me that you want to see more. I will start streaming on Twitch very soon so we can talk, and just I'll be doing something other than reviewing a movie in a pre-recorded video. But yes, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. Eric Thorpe here until the end. Scott Cloona, Ryan O'Toole, Homer Simpson, who was here from the beginning as well, Ricardo Salavisa, João Magalhães. Yeah, and everyone. I see 20 people are watching. If I haven't said your name, I apologize. But if you're still here, I thank you so much. Stay tuned. Lots of things to come this week that, again, I can't talk about yet. And on Saturday, this week, Geeks at the Roundtable moves to Saturday. Same time of the day, but just different days. So join us there. So until then, love each other.